hit the mic, talking day and spilling life, from trending memes to wildest dreams. Girl, did you hear that crazy thing? Girl, did you hear what's going down? We're lighting up this whole damn town. Strange and trending every week. Bestie vibes that'll never peak.
I had no idea that that was even like a thing. All of a sudden, I just like opened my socials and it was like, Katy Perry went to space for blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what?
It felt kind of hokey to me. Very interesting.
And then he asked if we had an inner monologue.
Yep, got one of those.
Yes, very much so.
That thing won't ever let me sleep.
Nope.
Yeah.
She'd be waking me up all the time.
All the time.
But there are people that don't have that. Well, no,
We're shoplifting.
I don't want to like push it to see how far I would go to get arrested.
You just want to see how far in the store you could stop before.
I want to see if I walk out with a cart full of stuff, if they'll actually try to stop me or not. Hey guys, welcome to Girl, Did You Hear?
The ultimate bestie hangout. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kristen. Today we are going to talk about going to space.
Have you ever wanted to go to space?
I think as a kid, I think everybody kind of feels like, oh yeah, like I want to go to space.
It sounds really cool up there.
It does sound cool up there.
And like the whole anti-gravity thing.
Yeah, if all of that is actually like real.
Did they get to you?
I don't know. Did they get to you?
No.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Do you think-
Guys, we're talking about flat Earth. So
No, they didn't get to me. The flat earthers.
no.
Definitely
But
not.
like
I
mean, there's perspectives of that considering that you're considering. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I know. I think a lot of flat earthers don't believe in space, or they don't believe that like we've been and all of that. You know,
We've only been within our limited parameter.
I guess, yeah. Like they don't think that they can escape the firmament, which is why the rockets, which is what keeps hitting the rockets or whatever. I don't know.
That's what the rockets keep hitting.
Yeah.
Wild.
Thank you. My words got a little mixed up there.
That's okay.
But yeah, so first of all, Katy Perry went to space. Like, what? I had no idea that that was even like a thing. All of a sudden, I just like opened my socials and it was like, Katy Perry went to space for blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? Like, why?
Yeah, that's the first
like, that was
question
my
I asked.
first reaction was, why? What was the purpose of this? How come there was nothing spoken about it, like leading up to it, unless I missed something?
No, I don't think so.
It just like happened. They just like, oh, today she's going to space. Boom. We're going to live stream it. Like, that's how I felt it happened.
It felt kind of hokey to me.
Very hokey.
Like, I mean, I get it, but we've been shooting up just normal human beings in space a bunch recently.
Yeah.
Like the Red Bull jumper.
Yes.
He went up into space.
Yes.
Just a little bit to like
Yes. To
back
do the
down.
jump. Mhm.
Yeah. So, I mean, I understand we're trying to make space a more touristy destination, I guess. Because when I was looking at this, I had a lot of questions like, why? Why are we going here? What are we doing?
Right.
Why? But like,
That's the first thing I started searching too. Is why?
It's an elitist move. Like, why not? Why wouldn't the people with all the money want to just figure out what space is like for 11 minutes and then come back down safely? Like, if you had an exorbitant amount of money and you could go to space with your friends, would you?
I would.
mean, and you knew that you would just go up, mess around for a couple minutes, and then come back down.
Yes, I would.
Like, I get it. Like, if I also had an exorbitant amount of money and could
I would do it,
take me and my
though.
friends in space, I would.
Yeah, I definitely would. But I would do it strictly to see with my own eyes if, like, what space is like, you know, and what the Earth actually looks like.
That's fair.
That would be like my purpose for wanting to go. Strictly that.
I mean, I would want to go.
I mean,
I would want to
obviously,
see
like,
what the Earth looks like from
the
outside
experience of it would be
perspective as
amazing,
well,
but like
right?
that would be like I would really, yeah. But I don't know. I feel like the videos and stuff all looked really CGI to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't take. Yeah, people were there and like watched this rocket launch, right? And watched, them get into the rocket.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to like, okay, if people were there and physically saw them go into the rocket, how could it be CGI?
Right.
But I don't think they actually went to like made it to space.
So
Like in my brain, like the way I feel, like if people are thinking that it's CGI, right?
Right.
Based off the videos that they
gave us,
that they were posting, right?
Yeah.
It does look very fake, and it looks very just hoaxy and just not. It looks very digital, right?
Right.
Which wouldn't be difficult to do because they could send the rocket up for however long and for the 11 minutes. And it doesn't actually hit space and then comes back down, and then they pretend, on the physical realm that they went. I mean, it's a very outlandish theory, but I know people think that it is fake. But as I'm talking about it and speaking for a lot of what I had seen on the socials about why they thought it was fake and that it was CGI and this and that, I just thought of like there were people there that physically watched them get into the rocket and launch, but you could still fake it.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I'm struggling with is like, yeah, maybe they can make it into space. Like, I mean, we've been privately funding, people with enough money can send rockets into space all they want. So I want to know like how far into space are they actually making it? Like they're probably just making it just a boop, just a little bit past, and then like just safe enough to where they can survive up there for however long and then come back down safely, right? So the specs that I had on this were actually provided to me by my husband. Thanks, babe.
Thanks, Chad.
He said that the SR-71 Blackbird made it 85,000 feet, and this is like above Earth.
Okay.
Right? So the Red Bull Skyjumper guy made it 125,000 feet.
Above Earth.
Right.
So the Red Bull skydiver or whatever jumped from how far?
From the specs I was given was 125,000 feet. And
that's
then,
pretty freaking high, dude.
Yeah.
That's higher than where the Blue Origin rocket went.
How far? Sorry, I may have them confused. How high did the Blue Origin rocket go?
Like Katy Perry and them in the rocket, they went, what I read, like 60 miles above Earth, which was like 60 to 62 miles, because when I was reading, they had said that point of mileage is like right along like the like Earth's atmosphere before you enter into like space.
Right.
I guess. There's a scientific name for it, but I don't have that written down.
Right.
But yeah. But did the Red Bull jumper jump higher than that?
I don't know. You're gonna have to
double
backtrack
check
me out on that one, because
I
I'm
wouldn't
not
be
quite
surprised
sure.
if he jumped higher than that.
I don't know. I mean, because it's like, how high into space can you really go to where it's still safe?
Yeah,
and you're still protected.
The Red Bull people do a lot of crazy shit though.
Right. And that's what made me curious, because I want to know like
the other people that have like pushed that boundary.
Like how far are we pushing this pedestrian space mission bubble? Because that's what it feels like to me, because these are not like, I mean, I get it. These are billionaires that are putting together spacecraft to go up into space.
I think it was like 28 million or something like that. It cost them.
That's wild. That's so wild.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was like in that range.
I mean, who knows if this thing is even real?
I know. But yeah, it cost them 28 million to stage that whole thing. Is what happened.
28 million. I wonder how many movies have been made for more than 28
million.
Bro,
you know NASA has a whole freaking NASA pool that they simulate the astronaut training in the pool.
Right. So that they can get weightless.
They can easily, like, there's underwater camera, like, there's so many different ways. Like,
so you're saying that there's a lot of ways for them to make this happen down here on Earth?
Yes.
So then why? Why would they do this?
Because they want to maintain like that control over people.
They want this, so they want us to think that just anybody can go to space.
I think that
Katy Perry can go to space with her Daisy.
In the research, I don't know if you would call it research. Dude. And what I read about it was her reason for going was because of her daughter, and they wanted it to be like a women's empowerment thing, you know. And I'm like, women empowerment for what? Like, there's already been like actual female astronauts that have been to space. Like, I'm sorry, like no one's gonna, like, Katy Perry went because like she has the money to go. It's not like she had a passion for science and a passion to be an astronaut, in the same sense that a little girl growing up could and may look at the astronauts that were actually stuck in space for 6 or 9 months and look at that as more of an inspiration than freaking Katy Perry going, because she only went because she has money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
In theory.
And yeah. You know?
That's so wild.
They didn't even have, like, did they have any training before they went to space? Or were they just like, here, watch this like tutorial, like this video?
The way
like
that
before you get on like a roller coaster, they're like, watch the safety video.
This feels like an advert for pedestrian space missions for like, hey, do you want a free trip to space, guys? Look, Katy Perry did it.
Yeah.
You too can do it for the low, low price of $2 million. Buy your tickets now. Like, it's what it feels
sure
like.
I mean, is probably
that's why like Red Bull put a guy up there. She's like, haha, see, we can do it. And I looked it up again, and it says Felix Baumgartner jumped from an altitude of 1,027 feet. Sorry, 127,852 feet.
Okay.
What is that? 127,352 feet. That's what that is. So they're considering that from the edge of space. So
that contradicts what I read.
From the Red Bull guy?
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know how much the girls went 60 miles above Earth, and he went 1,200.
He went
1,200 miles.
Do not make me read that number.
Let me see it.
127,000 feet.
Oh.
So what's that in miles?
I don't know. We'll have to look that up. That's interesting, though. You had it right, though. 127,000. Yeah.
Initially.
Jesus, too many numbers.
So sorry.
Too many numbers.
But like, that's what kills me. It's like, okay, so we're just sticking people right on the edge of space. We're just saying, okay, right. Hey, we can go this far. I mean, heck, we built a little platform and the guy went, wee, and supposedly or accordingly landed back on Earth, which surprises the crap out of me, because you would think you would need something more than just a suit.
Well, a lot of interesting, I don't know, I'm probably going to mess it up when I say it, but a lot of flat Earth believers think that like even the Red Bull like situation of him, like, because if you look at the footage of him, it looks like the Earth is round. If you can find a video of it, I'll try to find one and I'll put a clip in for you guys. But a lot of like GoPro cameras, like, or like there's fisheye lenses you can get on cameras to create that effect.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of flat earthers, and I think that's what they like to be called. I don't know. I'm not trying to offend anybody.
I don't want to disrespect.
But I think that they think that is a hoax, not a hoax, but like, you know, that it's false, that they put that on there to make it look that way on purpose.
They edited the video.
Yeah. Or they put the lens on there or whatever. But like GoPros definitely do give that effect, especially from like that high up, I guess.
Gives you a little bit of fisheye. It's hard. Well, I mean, and it's like, it's cool. I'm happy to see that we're trying to expand our tourism.
I guess. But like,
is it really necessary? Can we figure out other things for $28 million?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but it's not our money to spend is the other issue. It's Mr. Bezos' money. If he wants to spend it, by putting pop stars and other prominent female figures in space, then well, Bezos is going to do that.
I guess so. There's a lot of interesting conspiracies about like their uniforms.
Oh yeah, the little patch. That's got the
Did you see that?
Yeah, you sent that to me.
It was like, but that's interesting though. I mean, it's another theory. Ooh, you never know.
It's a wild one.
Yeah, it is wild. But like,
yeah,
I mean, no one actually knows. Like, that's the crazy part is like nobody actually knows. Like, unless you yourself like went to space and can speak 100% without being, coerced. I hate that word because I can never say it right. But whatever the freaking word is,
convinced to tell one story. Yeah.
Yeah, like it just makes me upset. Like, I just don't understand like the purpose, like if they want us to think all this fake shit, like they're spending so much money doing all of this fake stuff. Like they could be spending, like you said, they could be spending all this money doing like actual productive things for the world.
Seems to be the biggest drive on socials, is that this feels like the biggest waste of funds. But again, it's like, whose money are we wasting? We're not wasting our money or government money or whatever. I mean, it's just funded by the rich guy.
The rich guy.
So
what is he even rich from? Has he always been like in
Isn't Bezos Amazon?
I have no idea, honestly. Sorry. Is he? I think
so.
I think you're right. So
I mean, that's what my gut says.
I
think close my eyes, I can't picture anything.
Ooh.
But
do you guys have an inner monologue? That's interesting.
When you close your eyes, do you see an apple? I don't.
But for real, like we just had this conversation with my husband upstairs. He asked us if when Jessica and I close our eyes, if we can visually see like an apple like there, or if we just know of the apple because we know an apple. And I was like, Jessica's like, no, I see dark. And I'm like, I see colors, but I didn't like see the apple, but he like sees it.
Yeah.
Like all of its sides, all the things. And so we started talking about it. And then we were asking, Gracie and her boyfriend also sees
this
vivid
picture of an apple. Yeah.
And I'm wondering if it's
That's
like,
impressive.
if it's like a man brain or in like a man and like woman's brain difference.
Right.
Or if it like I wonder what it is. It's interesting.
That is very interesting.
And then he asked if we had an inner monologue.
Yep, got one of those.
Yes, very much so.
That thing won't ever let me sleep.
Nope. Yeah. She'd be waking me up all the time.
All the time.
But there are people that don't have that. And I'm like, are those the non-neurotypical
So you have like
people? Is that
neurodivergent and neurotypical people.
Right.
So I am neurodivergent.
I am same.
All the way.
Same.
Probably in a bunch of columns. And I mean, it's all self-diagnosed. Sorry, please don't come for me. But
yeah,
like,
same.
I've drawn enough pin theories to like.
Seen enough TikToks.
Huh. Well, and like done my own.
No,
like,
I know. I'm just kidding.
With supposedly the brain it says that I have, I also do deep dives on things and research out of topics. So I'm like, yeah,
I do that too
I'm
sometimes.
Just gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I check my facts. Clearly,
you have to in today's world. Jesus,
that is
all
fair.
the freaking CGI shit coming out.
Yeah, because back to the whole, how much does it cost to go to space? Like, we're wasting all this money to go there, but like also, how much money do we waste in movies? Because you hear of like all these movies coming out that have $2.8 million budgets. Now, I understand it's not $28 million, but we're still spending millions and $1 million on this entertainment industry.
Right.
It feels like this is just an extension of that. It's just another facet. It's just another way for people to spend money that doesn't need to be spent.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see like where this goes from here.
Like this is fresh.
Like, I think a lot of people were shocked and I think had like this similar reaction to us. Like, what? Why? Like, out of nowhere, this is all of a sudden just happening? Like, what? And I just don't see the point of it. Really?
Well, I mean,
like,
who
even
did
if
she
it
take
is
up
a
with
touristy
her?
thing, like,
because it wasn't just her. So we have like the true cast of characters, right? So we have her, we have
and Bezos or
his girlfriend,
his fiance, and then like another lady, Amanda Nugent, and the only significant one to me would be Gail King, which is the former NASA scientist. And I'm pretty sure, I don't want to misspeak, but I'm pretty sure she was the one that like looked like she didn't really want to be there all that much in some like videos I saw.
That's got to be so crazy.
Yeah.
Like
So,
physically to experience.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I'm so on the fence about what to believe or what to think with all of this shit that just comes out, because it's like you just never know if it's bullshit or if it's real or what the underlying reason is for this.
So much distrust in anything that I see anymore.
Yes, especially when it's coming from like higher people with lots of money, or you know, people in the administration
or the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I feel like all of those industries are all kind of in cahoots with each other.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
In one way or another.
I completely agree.
Like, I feel like it's always been that way. And I think over time, things are going to like come more to light as like they have been little by little, you know, with like the Diddy thing. Oof. You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go on those types of
I
topics.
see what you're saying.
But you know what I mean? Like
more
there's
things
been a
will
lot of
exposed.
things exposed, like, through that industry. I think it's only a matter of time for other things or false things. If there are false things to be exposed, I think that they will be exposed in probably in the next 3 to 5 years.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's my prediction.
I mean,
my non-official prediction.
You heard it here first, folks.
We'll circle back around in 3 to 5 years and see where we're at.
Absolutely. Come back to episode 35 and see
episode 35
where we were.
By the way, if you haven't already,
please
hit that
like and subscribe. We're going to sing it for you every time until you do it. And then we're going to continue to do it until you get your friends to do it.
Yes. It's just one little button right there. You just hit subscribe. Maybe hit the bell so you can get the notifications.
Yes.
So like when we do our premieres, you can hang out with us in the live chat when we're premiering our episodes weekly. Super fun. So we'd love for you guys to hang out. It is the ultimate bestie hangout. Super inclusive. We want you all to just vibe with us.
Just let us know.
We're just running on vibes over here. As Jessica likes to call it.
It's a coined phrase.
It is. You should trademark that phrase. We're running on vibes. It's the way life feels right now.
I know.
It truly, truly does.
Man.
Which, I mean, the vibes for me are good, like personally, but like on a worldly level, it just feels really like heavy and uncertain.
Yeah.
I guess is a good way to put it.
Definitely.
Things are still expensive.
Everything feels so guarded at the moment.
Yeah. Everybody's divided. Everybody is just like, I feel like everybody just has like these walls up, and then you have other people that are just trying to expose everything. And then you just have so much like conflicting information out there. It's almost like overwhelming.
It's hard
to try to process like what the F is actually going on.
Right.
You know?
It feels very chaotic.
Yeah, it does. It does. And it sucks too, because like I have to be on socials a lot for my business.
Fair.
To keep in the algorithm. You gotta post.
Gotta stay relevant.
All the time. And taking the 2 years off, really, I didn't post as regular as I did before moving to Florida. So now coming back, I notice it. And I don't know if it's just because that's how socials are lately for a lot of people, but like if it's just oversaturated with ads and stupid nonsense.
Right.
But or if I'm just not kicking in the algorithm, but I definitely noticed a difference. Excuse me. So we have to be on socials for the show too, even.
Right.
And I just like I start scrolling and then I'm like, I don't want to see all this shit.
It gets overwhelming.
It does.
It really does.
I'm like, I don't want to see any more conspiracy theories about Katy Perry going to space.
But
like,
negative sells news, man.
I know.
It's hard.
I know. And I still haven't found any solid footage from the pyramids.
Yeah, just that one perspective. And I think we're probably going to have the same thing with this whole Katy Perry going to space deal.
Yeah, like
there's only going to be just a few videos of that, and then something else is going to hit.
There hasn't been any more like that I've seen like in the last week of talk about the pyramids or anything else?
No, because Katy Perry went to space.
Oh, okay. Right. Forgot.
The pyramids are no longer relevant.
Oh, okay. But that was just interesting. It's only been a week's time since we talked about that.
That is very fair.
I mean, the pyramids came out a week or two before that, but still, like,
more people are disappointed.
You would think
about
that
the fact
if they
that we didn't get to
found
see her
this
sing.
ginormous lost city beneath the pyramids, that we would be hearing about it on like a daily basis.
Yeah, but Katy Perry went to space.
Oh, forgot. Did you see the video of her? Like, I feel like she was probably like filming herself, and she was in like the little, I guess, like the seat of the dome or the rocket or whatever, and she was like laying. It looked like a ride, like you're strapped in. Which obviously, yes, it would make sense to do that,
Right,
but
right. Just let you bounce around the cabin.
yeah, no. Like she was all harnessed in, but like the way she was like in there, and then like. It just seemed so fake, bro.
It's one
I'll
of those
post
things
a
where
clip.
it's so
I'm gonna
unbelievable.
find that particular video because it looks like through the window of the space, like of the rocket, that it's just like green screen video.
It's
like,
so hard to believe, but like, why not? Why not? Why?
But like, I don't understand going through all of that to fake that. Like, if it is actually fake, what's the purpose of faking it? What's the purpose of going through all of that, spending all of that money to fake something like that?
Because it gets people talking about it.
Yeah, because, I mean, people are either going to believe it or they're not going to believe it.
Right. I mean, we're doing it right now.
Yeah, and
I'm feeding
I'm on the
its
fence.
fire.
I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I have an easier time believing that Red Bull put a guy in space than I do Bezos. But why? Why do I have a harder time believing that Bezos put these women in space for just a couple
first of all,
moments?
didn't even know that Bezos was involved in rockets.
Well, I mean,
just saying. Did you?
I didn't. Well, I mean, I didn't really know that he had like a rocket in the game, but evidently he does.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me though, because you hear
But, like,
about
why
like
wasn't
Elon trying to put a bunch of rockets into space. I
Why-
mean, does anybody knew? I mean, I get it. He builds cars too, but like, it's not that unfathomable to think.
No, but why didn't Katy Perry use one of Elon's rockets to go to space?
Well, maybe Elon didn't
'cause
want
his
Katy
don't-
Perry,
his don't
Katy
make it
Perry
there?
to. Maybe his does. Maybe Bezos's were cheaper and had 2-day shipping.
Oh. Little Amazon tag. It's just fucking crazy.
It's so
dude.
hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. Like, I'm just at the point now, like, unless I see it with my own eyes,
It didn't happen.
it didn't happen,
Because
and I
videos
don't
are
believe
so
it.
easy to fake now.
Yeah.
You're like, is this real? Is this real life? Like, how can I verify this?
It is,
And then you verify it by finding another video from a different
Correct.
perspective,
And-
from another video recording thing.
Mhm.
Like, that's the only way that I can start to verify. And then I even check another source. Is there a different view of this? Like, where is all of this coming from? And then I tend not to believe stuff if there's only one cute set of 4 videos out there for
right,
it.
or if there's only like all you're reading or like videos that you're seeing is all just like
The
one
same-
perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, it's all like, I don't believe that shit then,
Right.
typically,
No.
because I'm like, where's the other side here? Because I see
Where's
like
the
7
rest
right
of it?
now.
Yeah, exactly.
know?
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. I was just gonna say something and then I forgot because you got me intrigued there for a
Sorry.
second. It is a wild world out there right now.
It's hard to believe. You know what else is hard to believe?
What?
Why is everything behind glass cases in
Bro.
the supermarket?
I just saw a post earlier today in one of like the city groups for like Northern Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady posted, I went to Walmart earlier today and the Legos were locked up. LOL. She said, can y'all stop stealing shit, please? I'm
Oh my
tired
gosh.
of asking the attendant for things that we need.
Right.
Like, but it is actually getting out of hand because when we were in Florida, there was a time where I came back and I like went grocery shopping or like in the store and I was like, what? The laundry detergent is locked up
I remember you texted me. You're like, really? The laundry detergent? I'm like, yeah.
Like the makeup, I understood.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
like,
because I used to clip that as a kid.
yeah, everybody does. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. And it's expensive, so I get it.
Well, and I mean, and
No,
it
I'm just
also
kidding.
keeps people from tampering with it. Have you seen those videos where they're like
Yes.
opening up the laundry jug and then dumping in what they think is the appropriate amount of laundry detergent for them to
Yeah.
have? I think a lot of that has to do with people getting into it and messing stuff up. I don't think it's it's stealing, but in a different
But
way.
I think people, I mean, definitely do steal, because have you seen like on Marketplace, people will be selling like the bulk freaking laundry detergent for like cheap?
No.
You've never seen that pop up on your Marketplace before? Oh, I have. The other day there was
That's
this lady
weird.
selling, like, she had like tons of the like Tide Pod, you know,
Mhm.
big tubs. And I'm like, those are all stolen.
How do you steal that many Tide Pods?
Who knows? I mean, the stores don't do anything if you walk out with shit. So if you walk in and walk out with all the cart full,
So is that the whole reason why we have to go through that like turnstile gate thing every time we walk into a store
Yes.
now? So you can't just push your way through with
Probably,
a cart full
yes.
of Tide Pods?
yeah, but like I know that like if people steal at Target,
Uh-huh.
they will not do anything.
Try and stop you until you're at a felony level,
Correct.
which is great for them.
And like the grocery stores won't. They won't stop you. They have security people there.
I mean, isn't that?
I mean, not that I've done it. But I've seen people
I don't want to
post
test
about
this
it.
theory, but like,
I know, right?
I
But
want to test.
I want to
theory.
test it. Jess, you want to test it? Hey, what if we?
No.
No. What if we do it with the camera? Then they just won't question us at all.
Right? Like, no. This sounds like a horrible idea.
Let's test it. Trevor?
Oh, Lord.
Trevor, let's test it.
Who wants to catch a charge? No.
What if we just tell him, like, oh, we're just testing it?
We're just filming. LOL.
Yeah.
We'll put it all back.
Yeah.
Or we'll buy it. Whatever.
Yeah.
No.
She said no.
Let's not do this.
Okay. But, yeah.
It's hard because, like, we went out. My sister and her husband were in town this weekend, and it was great. We had a great time. We went to the store and bought something as simple as nasal spray and a few other items, right? So we didn't have all the items ready to go at once. And then the nasal spray had to pass through like five
full, like,
people's
security.
hands in order to get it to the
They're
point
like swabbing it.
and where I could like spend the money to buy it, sort of thing. It was wild. Like,
why? Like,
I mean, because I had to like push a button to get a guy. So we all waited patiently there for a guy to show up, and he showed up with another guy that needed something from another glass case from the other side of the aisle that I was on.
Jeez.
And so he's like having this little trail of people just follow him around. And I mean, and I feel bad because he's like one of what feels like 3 people employee wise in this entire store.
oh my gosh.
So like he hands it off to like the next guy, and then he's like, I can't deal with this right now. And so he hands it to like the self-checkout guy, and the self-checkout guy is like,
Well, I don't know what to do
well,
with
are
it.
you ready to check out? And I'm like, no, I need a few more items. And he's like, well, okay. So then he hands it to another lady, and she's like, this is for that lady. And I'm like, hi, I'm that lady. And then I'm just like, the French toast, dude.
Why is it so difficult?
I mean, I get it for like makeup, you know, nail
Yeah.
products, like nail polishes and
They
stuff
even have,
like that. Like
the sexual
but-
products locked up.
everything, condoms, vibrators,
Yeah.
lube, nasal spray,
Yep.
ibuprofen, eye
The
drops,
pregnancy tests, like,
chapstick,
all of that
pregnancy
shit.
tests, dude, all
Facial
this stuff.
cream.
Like you
In
have
Florida,
to know a
actually-
guy to get the stuff.
They have a lot of stuff locked up in Florida.
I get that.
Mostly I've never saw, well, we didn't go into the grocery stores hardly at all.
Well, it's kind of hard for me.
Well, we did. We did
When you could.
when
right?
we could. But they had everything out. Like, it was completely normal.
Mhm.
But like Walgreens and stuff like that, those were the places that had like all of their makeup and all of their like facial cleansers, anything with like a face care was locked up.
It's the same way in Vegas too. Like
Yeah.
if you've ever popped into a Walgreens, everything's
Yes.
under lock and key.
We did have to go to Walgreens when we were out there.
And I mean, I get it. People are shitty, but like,
People are too shitty.
It's the Red Bulls.
Stop ruining
it. The Red Bulls are under lock and key at Walmart right now. Like you have to call for a guy to get a Red Bull, and that's too far.
I don't want to go through that hassle.
That's too far.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to have to ask a guy to get a freaking Lego set first of all, or to get a Red Bull.
No, yes, like I can't. Like that's not. No.
Like pretty soon they're gonna be locking up freaking tampons and shit. And I'm gonna have to ask a guy to get freaking tampon. Like, can you unlock the thing?
I need my period stuff.
If that happens and I have to ask a dude, I'm gonna make it so uncomfortable for him.
That's gonna be wild. Just protest, pure protest.
I'll be like, which color do you think I should get? What flavor?
And then the next thing is they're gonna push us all out of the stores and make us all just order online.
And then there'll be no stores. So then everybody will be where?
No, what'll happen is there will be stores. It'll just be employees in the stores. And then they just bring your items to you at your car in the parking lot and then send you on your way.
Interesting.
We're not going to be allowed in the stores anymore. The stores are still going to happen.
You think that's what's going to go?
How else are they going to stop us from stealing if they just don't kick us out?
Yeah. That would be the only way.
It's the only way. Huh. Might be onto something there.
Interesting. But there are a lot of people that do like to go shopping in the store.
Yeah, I love shopping in the store.
Yeah, same. I don't want to have to always look online and find the crap that I need, because sometimes looking online for stuff is overwhelming. Like, have you ever tried to shop at Michael's online? Like, no. Unless you are looking for something specific and you know, like, I need this, and this.
Right.
If you're just going on Michael's to like
be inspired.
Do not, like, you can't.
You can't.
You cannot.
Not allowed.
Nope. It is too overwhelming. There's too much going on.
No
there.
Free thinking.
No, that is a store you have to go in and like peruse around.
Right.
And, like,
right.
You know, Michael's will tell you at that time like what you're gonna make while you're there.
Michael's will tell you.
Yes.
Man. Why they gotta lock it up?
They gotta lock it up.
Why? Why? They gotta lock it up? Because we are not in ghettos. We do not live in crappy neighborhoods.
We're in like very
nice
suburban.
Yes.
You know, middle class,
and it's
neighborhoods.
All of them. There's not one.
All the surroundings.
It's not locked up.
Like the murder Walmart.
I love that you call it that. The murder Walmart.
Yes. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yes, I know which one you're talking about.
That's the one that got shot up.
Yes, the murder Walmart.
That is a murder Walmart.
That is a place where you could potentially go and get murdered. I understand.
Like they
God, I bet YouTube loves that word.
We should be okay.
We're already half an hour in.
Murder. No, I'm just kidding. They have like their whole like health and beauty like section in like one little mini section inside the store.
Yeah, you can't leave anything with that section.
No.
Without paying for it first.
No, it's like in a little plastic container and you have to like pay for it at that specific time.
Or they'll just make you pay for it before you leave the section.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like, yeah,
I see what
like
you're saying.
They won't let you out of that section.
See. It's in a case already.
Yes.
And you walk your item up to the little register before you leave health and beauty.
Yeah. And they have to.
It's so wild. It's
like
one day I went to that Walmart.
Town,
I had to make 3 different transactions. I had to make one separate one in health and beauty, one separate one in electronics, and then the one at the door to finish up the rest of the products that didn't have to be hoarded into one little. But I get it, right? So,
yeah,
okay.
But
so maybe it's not the best part of town, but
that
still.
area, I was going to say, that area I can understand more so than our area of town.
Gotta protect them all.
I guess. They must be.
I mean, crime doesn't just not happen in lower income neighborhoods.
Well, no. I mean, times are tough for everybody.
Yeah, everybody be stealing.
I mean, I'd be plotting some stuff sometimes. I'm like, could we really? And I'm like, no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you're trying to get us to walk out of King Soup.
I just want to do that strictly as a social experiment.
Right.
Like, people are allowed to do that kind of stuff.
Allowed,
like free speech.
I mean, allowed. That's stealing. That's against the law.
Well, I mean, no.
To what point is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like how far can I get with this cart full of Tide Pods before they slap the cuffs on me and charge me with stealing?
Well, no, I don't want to like push it to see how far I would go to get arrested.
You just want to see how far in the store you could stop before.
I want to see if I walk out with a cart full of stuff, if they'll actually try to stop me or not. because a lot of people say that they won't. And if they didn't stop me, I would just be like, oh, okay. And I would go back in the store and be like, I was doing an experiment to see if you guys would stop for my YouTube channel. And you guys didn't. So here's all this food back.
What kind of crazy hell are you getting into? Hey guys. Hey, hi. I just stole all this food from you because I wanted to see if you'd stop me. And you didn't. So here's all this food back. Don't get me in trouble.
I'll put it back for you.
What the? No, that's not how that works. Oh man, at that point you're better off just keep going. Like, why would you walk back in?
They'd be like, oh, okay, I'll take that from you.
Psycho.
Why
And
don't you
also
come with
give me
me
your driver's license and we'll
to
hang
the
out
back
over
room
here in this little room until the cops actually show up.
PTSD from when I was 12.
Psychopath. No, that's not how you do this.
So funny. Speaking of stealing, did you ever get caught shoplift? Like, did you ever shoplift and get caught for it as a child? Because every kid, I think, probably steals from a store at some point.
I have not been caught.
Good for you. I like how you answered that.
I don't steal anymore because I don't feel the need. But
right, but like in your younger years,
no,
yeah.
All my friends did.
Yeah,
all my friends got caught.
Did they get caught?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Police caught. Or just like store caught and like a little snack.
That more like the store called their parents and put the fear of God in them and let them go, sort of thing.
I got caught when I was like 12, 11
What'd
or 12.
you steal?
At Walmart, my friend and I. And it's kind of a funny story. I'll tell this little story and expose my inner...
Your sticky fingers.
Yeah.
My fingers are sticky
bad
too.
choices as a teenager,
okay.
Young teen. No, we were on our bikes, went to Walmart. We had our backpacks. We were walking around. I knew there was something off because there was this lady that kept like looking at us weirdly.
Mm-hmm.
And we had like CDs and stuff in our backpacks. 'Cause, you know, back then, early 90s, we listened to CDs.
Yep.
On our portable CD players. And so we had some of those in there and like probably makeup and whatever, you know. Teenage girl stuff, right? That you could fit in your backpack at Walmart. And we'd always go into like the fitting rooms and like try on clothes and then like get everything situated, right?
Right.
Well, as we were walking out of the store on our bikes, that same lady that was like watching us throughout the store is running after us. And she was like, stop. She's like, the police are going to be here in 2 minutes. Something like that. Like she's yelling something like that. And like my friend and I were on our bikes.
Pedal faster, my guy.
Yeah, like my friend stopped.
No.
And I was ahead of her. And at that moment, I had the choice of,
you could have ran.
Do I keep going or stay with my friend? And so I turned around and got busted with my friend, even though I could have easily
very solid
gotten away.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, but then you run the risk of like her selling you out.
Exactly.
The cops just come in getting you later.
Exactly. So I was like, all right. I was like, whatever.
Fine.
It's like, we're busted. My mom made me sit there. So the police actually did come.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to like pay a fine or my parents had to pay a fine and then I had to work it off, of course. Of that. I was grounded for like a month.
Nice.
Me and that girl could not hang out for that entire month.
Bad influence.
Did your mom ever ground you from like friends?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I mean, and it's
you're not allowed to hang out.
They
with
didn't
her.
understand who the influence, the problem was. It's
yeah,
like,
it was always like pretty mutual. Like my friends and I like always like there wasn't one or the other that was like a pure pressure. You know what I mean?
Right. Same.
We were all just
all equally delinquent.
Yes.
Yes,
very much so. And my mom made me sit there for like hours, like 3 or 4 hours. She made me sit there with the cops. Well, she just sat in the parking lot. She said she sat out there and cried. But
how could my baby
that
be
was like a big
this?
like learning experience for me. And like from that day forward, I didn't steal again. But it was like one of those, you know, moments when you're a kid. And
that's
you're
why
like,
they involve the cops.
Yeah. And then like I was banned from that Walmart for like a year. And I was so terrified to like go back in there. Like unless I was like with a parent or someone that was over 18.
Supervised.
And even when I was with my parents, I was super nervous going in there because I would feel like they were going to see me on the cameras and come tell me like I couldn't be in the store.
Watching me.
Yeah. Fun times.
Yeah.
Did you ever have like an experience with police like that where you got in trouble at like a younger age?
For speeding, always.
For speeding?
Yeah. I mean, the cops would pull me in my car over and be like, "Do you know how fast you were going?" I'm like,
yeah. I mean, yeah. I got a lot of those instances. But never like
I talked to the
prior
cops
to
a
that.
bunch. No,
Yeah.
like
I've never gotten in any like legal trouble or like charged with anything either.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
But I just didn't know if you had like one of those like situations where you're like, oh yeah, I got way busted and
Luckily, no.
good. And that makes me happy for you.
I mean, I can also learn lessons vicariously through people. So
yeah,
like
definitely.
I can see that
There
you're
were a
not
lot of
supposed to do
times
that.
that I did not get busted for things, but
Yeah, no, it's just, I mean, all the times that I've ever had to talk to cops, it's because either the party's too loud or I'm going too fast.
same.
So
About the same.
luckily, and I mean, and
I've actually had to
that's
talk to
good.
the
It means I've
cops.
lived a pretty charmed life. So good for me.
Yeah.
Way to be
I've had some
under the radar.
really interesting situations happen with cops. And like when Trevor and I first met, I witnessed that drive-by.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a thing
Is
that
that-
bonded you two together.
Yeah.
Having to talk to the cops about someone getting shot.
Like it was like straight out of a movie,
Shot at.
dude. Yeah. It was like this house got shot up.
That's wild.
Yeah, like a straight up drive-by. Like bam, 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 like 7, 8
I wonder
shots.
if they lock up their
And I saw the
detergents
car
in that neighborhood.
that did it. Like I was there before it happened and I saw the car like driving, like scoping it out.
That's wild.
Yeah. Do you remember that detective came to
Work.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, it's weird driving all the way from Denver to Boulder.
Well, he knew where you were gonna be.
He could have sent me the freaking pictures through email,
Nah. It's better to put the fear of God in you.
I guess. I've had a lot of weird situations happen with cops. But it's all growing and fun and
yeah.
experience
Yeah.
and, you know, good times.
Yep.
Good stories for another day.
Never want to talk to cops if I can avoid it at
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not my first
I
choice.
don't willingly
but
go into the maw of the beast.
No. I just, experiences.
Experiences.
We'll just call them those.
Life happened. Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think we've reached our time.
We have.
Whoa.
Good job, us.
Already. This was episode 35.
35. We made it this far.
We're chugging along, friend.
We're doing a really good job.
Weekly episodes every Thursday.
Fresh.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
We try to figure out like what is the most ridiculous trending topic that week. No, I'm just kidding.
If you have anything you want us to talk about, just drop it down below.
Comment below. While you're there, hit the like and subscribe.
It's so easy. It's just
Right there. We will
no
catch
pressure.
you guys.
No pressure.
We'll catch you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.